Welcome back. Thanks for watching my last video. I'm glad you guys didn't forget I existed. Been kind of a while since I put a video up, obviously. I saw a lot of things in the comments about 350Zs. Don't even worry, we're gonna have so much 350Z content, you guys are gonna be like, man, does this guy only work on 350Zs? Because we have Raven's car, which is like the wild, wild west of projecting. Like, we basically can do anything that you can imagine. Like, you want to stick the exhaust out the hood and shoot flames, and that's Raven's car. And then you got my car, which is kind of the tamer version. It's basically really stock, simple bolt-ons. It's kind of like low maintenance for me. You know, I drive back and forth to work, and I can just keep it super simple, but fast and super fun. So, two totally different 350Zs. His is going to get more wild. We have crazy plans for it. You guys would never guess what's coming for that car. Okay, that brings me to today's video. Today I have to put my drag race Honda Civic back on the dyno, and it has in the past made about 485 horsepower on 93 pump gas, and that was kind of the edge of where I wanted to push it. Just like one thought on changing gasoline, 93 octane, obviously it'll get to like its limit, you know, where you start to have detonation and other things occur. So you have to switch to either race gas, ethanol, or do like a methanol injection kit. And if you want my simple answer on the best way to do that, as long as you have good lines and it's all converted over for E85, the simple answer is E85 is the cheapest and easiest way to make more horsepower and kind of get past that 93 barrier. Until, you know, maybe if you have money or you're not driving it so much, or if it's a dedicated race car, you could go to race gas. But basically, every time I tune with methanol, it does cool the air temps, it allows me to go up and boost, we can make more power, but it always seems to take some power. The higher percentage of methanol I put in the car to keep it cool, the less power I start to make. So as soon as I bring the methanol content down, the power starts to go up. So ethanol, completely different, keeps the air temps a little bit cooler, it seems like. You know, at least it cools the cylinder down as it goes in. You know, it has a fantastic detonation point. You can make tons and tons of power on it. There's no real huge limit of ethanol. So yeah, anyways, with that being said, I'm going to run to the gas station right now, fill up a tank of E85. I already installed a flex fuel sensor on my Civic. It's currently running on a fuel tech management system, so most of the calculations are already in there. I just have to trim a few things to get the content percentage, you know, correct, and we should be able to make an all-in hit. We're basically going to turn the turbo up till it's completely maxed out, see what it makes. So it's pretty interesting because ethanol is not really you wouldn't think of it as a power adder, but it definitely is. Shop. Let's go see how the Civic likes it. Okay, so like I said before, the Civic is on a fuel tech management system. So I went ahead and, hopefully you'll be able to see it, but I went ahead and made a second screen on the dash, and right over here it says ethanol percentage, and right now it says 52 because I already poured some in. I'm going to keep pouring some in until that thing says, you know, as close to 85% as we can get. And then I can put this thing on dyno and make some comparisons. Also, we made a few changes. We were having some, you know, super hot air temps, so we went ahead and upgraded the intercooler, which then kind of required us to get a different turbo manifold, which kind of snowballed into redoing a bunch of stuff in the engine bay. And then, you know, I just didn't want to have to do piping like 3 more times, so I did really big, like 3.5 inch piping, and added a blow-off valve, a really, really good one, Turbo Smart. And so, oh yeah, and we had to do a radiator. That was awesome. But now that we accommodated all the things just to get the lower air temps, you know, it pretty much runs the same, just cooler. So it'll be interesting to see what it does today in the dyno. I'll have to dilute my tank a little bit farther, run some more ethanol through it, but I was able to get the ethanol percentage up to about 60%. So I went ahead and made the first dyno pull, and I left it at the same boost level as my previous dyno. So it was about 26 pounds of boost, and this is the results. Like, nothing changed except for the ethanol content, and obviously there's a little bit more timing because you can run a little more timing with ethanol. So this is crazy. Like, look at the difference everywhere. Like, even in the low areas where like the timing might be like all kind of the same, just the ethanol content makes all this extra torque. Crazy, huh? And you get up here in this mid-range and making just over 300, like 315 torque and 363 torque. And if you look at the horsepower right above it, 400 horsepower, 462. 60 horsepower, I mean, that's a crazy jump. So, I mean, ethanol is the reason why a lot of people run just pump ethanol, because it does really, really well. So, anyway, I kind of got that all sorted out, and the tune's pretty much good for that. And I was thinking about making another pull and adding a little bit more boost, see if I can get up to like 30 or maybe a little above 30 pounds of boost, and kind of see where we land. I think the peak here was like 515. I know I'd love to see a little bit more, so I'll go ahead and set this camera down. Let's make one more pull, and I'll turn the boost like way up and see what happens. Okay, I just finished up making that last pull. I think I need to sort out some spark issues. Probably just a new set of plugs, maybe a slightly tighter gap, and I should be able to finish up the dyno tune. I got to about 30 pounds of boost, and I could hear it breaking up just a little bit. This motor is still a stock block with no sleeves, so I don't want to have like too many misfires, or we're going to have a multiple piece engine. Anyway, I could tell it was on track to make like a good bit more. It's probably going to make, man, yeah, probably like 550 or so at 30 pounds, which is about right. I'm assuming we probably make 600 at about 35 with this setup. So yeah, you know, like ethanol is pretty fun. Like, considering that like we picked up about 50 or 60 horsepower just on changing. Such a good option, bang for the buck. I mean, like, you can't really, as long as you can run it, I mean, it definitely makes power. It'll make power on all motor too. Even on this motor with no turbo, I would assume it'd make anywhere between 20 and 30 foot-pounds of torque. So that's pretty massive. I think that's why a lot of guys choose to switch to it, and as long as you've got it available at gas pumps near you, it's, you know, it's a pretty easy thing to do. So maybe one day soon I'll try to put this back in the videos and see if I can make the big number. I'd just love to see it make like maybe like 600 before we go to like a bigger setup. But yeah, anyway, I'm super happy. I'm probably just gonna wrap this video up here. This is not a very long one, but at least I got another video out, you know what I'm saying? So you know, as always, thanks for watching the videos, and I'll see you guys next week.